start at the beginning and tell everyone a little bit about your background, where you're at, and how you created your online business.
So I moved to New York, got a degree in theater from a liberal arts school up there. I worked professionally all through college during the summers at different professional theaters around the country. Got my equity card right out of college, got an agent right out of college, and was just really on this path to having a very successful career as an actor. During all of that journey, like anyone who's ever been a freelancer or an artist knows, the income is not steady. So finding multiple streams of income was a big goal for me. And I had worked with a coach, a life coach, who's actually become a very dear friend of mine, and I would just fell in love with her process and what she was doing, and I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to help people that way. I didn't even know it was a thing. So I eventually got certified as a life coach and decided I was going to serve the theater community, the Broadway community, and so I became the Broadway life coach. And so the pandemic hit, and I was doing Wicked on Broadway, and everything shut down. I no longer had that income, and my husband and I were on the path to becoming parents, and we were paying for surrogacy, and we were like, I don't know, we're not gonna be able to afford this, living in New York City with no jobs. And I was so blessed that I had built this side hustle for as long as I had, that I had a Facebook group and I had an email list, and I was taking advantage of all this stuff I had built on social media. And it was through that next year and a half really, that I started to realize the majority of people coming to me, they don't want help to be on Broadway, especially at that time. Broadway didn't exist. And I remember just kind of realizing people were wanting to learn about social media from me. They were wanting to understand how to grow their Instagram, because I had done that, not just with my own personal brand, but with Broadway husbands. So I was like, okay, I'm going to shift this. I'm no longer going to be the Broadway life coach. I'm going to call myself the creative life coach, and I'm going to serve creatives.
So where did you learn to do all of this? Did you just fall into it?
It was, again, curiosity. ABCs of being creative, always be curious. Mm-hmm. I would literally be backstage in my dressing room on my laptop, learning about, insights, or learning about, how to grow your YouTube. I would just go deep dive into these things, but mostly it was just about doing it and failing and doing it badly. There's some really shitty content out there that I've made over the years, and not being afraid to make that stuff and see what sticks. And I had to make some really bad YouTube videos, or make some really great YouTube videos, and they got no views. And I had to go, why is that? What did I do wrong? What am I missing out on? I would spend so much time just envisioning things and just taking step-by-step action to make that vision real. But I also think that I'm the kind of person who's always been very vision driven. I can close my eyes, I can picture what it is going to look like for me to accomplish this or do that. And then every single day I take action to make that vision real. And that's it. I mean, that's really it. It's like having a really clear vision. And the way I teach it in my course, I use the map. I'm a huge Disney nerd. I use the map of Disneyland as sort of this analogy of what it's like to build your personal brand. Because guess what? Building your personal brand can be fun. It doesn't have to be dry and boring. And so I always use the castles. Imagine Disneyland or Disney World, Magic Kingdom without the castle in the middle. No one would know where to go. You have to have a clear vision, because no matter who enters your world, if that is not clear, no one's going to know where to go and be on board with you for the journey.
What keeps people stuck the most?
I think it's the fear of rejection or success, which I think is two sides of the same coin. They're so afraid of A, losing followers, B, not being perfect, right? There's a bit of perfectionism, which I think is just another form of self-sabotage. But the imposter, syndrome, which we all, I think, suffer from a different version of it, always gets in the way, because we're super afraid we're going to do something and not come off perfect. So you have to realize that confidence is not the absence of our self-doubt. I think most people are thinking that when they feel confident, they'll take those actions. Like when I feel good and I know what I'm doing, I'll make that content, I'll make that reel. When I have the perfect lighting or the perfect sound equipment or blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
I know my brand colors, I know my whatever. Like there's always these things. Like when this happens, then I'll be ready. I'll feel confident enough to start to do it. But
Yes.
confidence is not the absence of our self-doubt or, those things. It is the acceptance of it. But
Yeah.
it's by doing them that I learn how to get to the other side of that and move through it. I think ultimately it's the acceptance. Okay, you know what? I'm going to accept that I don't have the perfect brand colors at this moment or the perfect lighting equipment. I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm just going to start. I'm just going to start working towards this vision with what I currently have. And I'm not going to apologize for it. I think that that's ultimately, to me, the imposter syndrome is, it's always going to be there. It's never going to go away.
Mhm.
It's going to show up in different ways. It's what you do with it. It's if you let it be in the driver's seat or if you allow it to get in the back seat and you drive.
It's true. Like putting your name in the hat before you're ready and being willing to learn on the fly and make mistakes. I mess up all the time. I screw things up in my own business, my client's business. There's always more good that comes out of it. And I've never been fired because of that. And I'm just saying I can't be perfect. And it's action. You hit it on the head. It's action.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've over the years of being an actor, it's like I've auditioned for things that I knew I probably couldn't do or I wouldn't be right for, or I've auditioned, taken an offer, gotten an offer for something, and I'm like, I can't actually do it because I accepted this other thing. Oh my God, I'm so afraid I'm gonna burn a bridge. I'm gonna piss somebody off. They're not gonna like me. Oh my
Yes.
God. Listen, if everybody likes us, we are not working hard enough. Our job is not to be liked. Our job is to become known, right? And ultimately, over time, the more you're in it and the more people see you and you show up consistently, the more people start to trust you, regardless of what's happened in the past. People move through it, people change, you evolve, but you cannot evolve if you're not taking action.
Tell everyone about the freebie you have for us related to all of it.
The imposter to influencer map is the map of Disneyland that I use as an analogy to help guide you from imposter to what I call influencer, which is an influential person on your community, on your, doesn't mean you have to
Yeah.
be Kim Kardashian, but an
Yeah.
influencer is somebody who can make an impact on the people in their lives. And so this uses that map of Disneyland as a guide to help you unlock some of the steps that can help get you there.
Give my people some advice on showing up online and putting themselves out there, like just in general when it comes to reels and their own social media.
Yeah, I think most people are scared because they see other people doing it really well or really poorly, right? And so when you see it bad, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to be that. When you see somebody doing
Yeah.
it really well, you're like, oh my God, I could never do that. And a lot of times people are thinking, well, I don't have anything to share.
Yes.
And that means you're diminishing the value of connection because that's all social media has to be, is a chance to connect. And there's so much value in connecting. And this is the thing that drives me nuts about so many marketing coaches out there who teach people, you got to add value. You got to give value, and value to people in that space comes off as, well, it has to teach them something. They have to walk away being able to do something that they weren't able to do before or whatever. And the thing that I've learned is my years and years and years of being an actor is there is value in making people feel something. There is
Yes.
value in making people laugh. There is value in making people smile. There's value in making people cry. There's value in making people feel something and just feeling related to, just feeling
Yes.
seen. That's
Thank you.
all you have to do every day. And when you share, oh my God, I just spilt this coffee everywhere and it's all over this thing. You might think, well, who wants to see that? Everybody, because it's like, oh my God, I've done that too. Oh my God, I'm not alone in the world. I feel related to, I feel seen. And I think that we just undervalue the simplicity and the opportunity that social media has to do just that.
And instead, we're overthinking it. We're scared of what people will think and scared of judgment when it's really this like huge connection tool. It doesn't have to be like that.
Gary Vaynerchuk says this all the time. Everything is content. Everything is content. This pen is content. Oh my God, I love writing with this pen so much. It's so smooth. It's purple. It's Pride Month starting in June. Like, I could make a whole ton of content just on this pen alone right now. And you might be thinking, well, how does that get you clients? It doesn't necessarily get me clients. That should not be the goal, right? Just like going to an audition is not about booking the job.
Yeah.
Going to an audition is about connecting. It is about the people in the room, the people who watch this going, oh my gosh, I have that pen too, or I'm going to buy that pen. And they use my affiliate link and maybe I make a little money off of that. But they come in and go, oh my God, you should follow Bret Shuford, and their friends. And then that friend's friend, and then that other friend's friend who starts following me because of their suggestions becomes a client. Boom.
I think we're getting hyper aware of when we're being sold to all the time. I mean, there's the time and the place to like do that and, you know, be promotional and pitch and make your CTAs very clear. But I like that permission to kind of have fun.